the Secret Galaxy live stream featuring Mike Kaess,
It was just suddenly, boom, Sebulba.
Kate-in-chat,
Girth-wise, it wasn't as big as that thing.
and your host, Dan Larson.
There's actually multiple figures I think where you can see his nipples.
Starts now.
That's the new intro for now. I'm Dan Larson. Thank you all for being here tonight. After a few weeks off, we are back to finally wrap up 2024 with my top 10 action figures list. But first, let's bring in the rest of the crew. In a top 10, he's all the odd numbers. It's Mike Kaess. Hi, Mike.
I had this whole bit I was going to do, but you threw me off with that nipple thing. What was the context for that?
I don't even remember now. I was just like, I was going through all the most recent live streams trying to find sound bites to grab. And then I was like, what are we even talking about?
What are we talking about? I mean, it could be anything, really. We talk about nipples all the time.
Crotches, nipples,
Yeah.
girth. I don't know. What is this
Whatever.
show? How are we sneaking all this stuff in? She knows that if you make the list right the first time, there's no need to check it twice. It's Kate-in-chat. Hello, Kate.
Hello.
Welcome
Hello.
to the show. Welcome to the
Hello.
show. All right.
I think it was. Oh, hold on. I think it was Barbarian Santa nipples.
Oh, yeah.
That checks
That's right.
out. That checks
That's
out.
right.
That checks
Yeah.
out.
It was either him or the Centaur one, or
Oh
It was all
God,
of
no!
them.
They've all got nipples.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I think there's
Yeah.
a lot of figures where you can see his nipples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So we're gonna just jump right into the top 10 here. I know that's what a lot
Let's
of
do it.
people want to see, and I know if this is people watching on the replay, I know they're gonna want to just jump into the top 10. Up front, I do want to say, based on what I'm seeing in chat here and what few comments that were made prior to the show starting, this is not an elimination thing. This is eliminations are on the first three at the end of the quarters. And then the last one of the year is always a very deliberate, very specific. I've made all the decisions and I have picked the top 10 and they are in a very specific order. That's what we're doing tonight here. It's just
Yeah, and you're
here
usually wearing a suit. Like, what's up with? I mean,
that
I feel
I haven't done that in years.
I don't know.
We haven't done that in
I feel
years.
like this is
No,
tuxedo worthy.
The last several years, at least 3-4 years, 5 years, maybe. Who knows with COVID in there?
You couldn't
it's
even
just-
give us a tuxedo T-shirt, like
Yeah, right?
I don't have one. This is my formal wear. I put on my formal Secret
This
Galaxy
is
shirt.
my
Oh,
formal
I mean,
wear.
I guess that is black tie. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
I dressed up more than you did.
Yeah,
Dan.
well, I'm sorry. I don't
You are
have a
wearing
cool.
a button down. That is
I
true.
dressed up to meet Ernie Reyes Jr. and I didn't even realize it. Okay,
Yeah.
Oh, fun. That's fun.
Should have worn a Ninja Turtle shirt.
I should have.
All right. Well, we are gonna jump into this.
Jump
let
in.
Me,
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
queue up my
Say
stuff
hi to
here.
anybody in chat or anything. Hi, all the chat.
Oh yeah, we
Hello.
could run through chat. You guys, why don't you guys run through chat while I?
We'll run through chat.
Yeah.
First thing I want to call out is all the people who have trouble reading when a video starts, and the one guy who gave you specific feedback on when
Jeez.
you should and shouldn't do one of these.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got Josh Brown. What's up? Urami and Jay Hernandez was in there. I just want to call him out because he's a cool guy. Bitter Troll, how's it going?
You know, if you'll
Nebula.
see nipples, but there's definitely nipple talk already.
Oh yeah, right. That's like it didn't even. That was pre the new opening.
Yeah, no,
He's
he
just-
Bitter Troll knew.
Yeah, he knew.
There
He
was
knew.
a sense of
Nebula 427. We got Jazzwind. Mecha Doom. I don't know. Do you think you'll have any top 10 skeletons in here? Yeah.
We'll see.
Anybody
See
take
shortly.
any bets on that?
Got Hardcore Hobbs making some popcorn. Derek
Lots of
Chandler.
popcorn chat.
You have to have popcorn and pizza. That's like
It's a good
yeah.
good times. Mhm.
Yeah. Of course, we got Max Eastside.
There he is.
in the building. Yeah. Matthew Panic, Josh Brown of Josh Brown Customs.
That's
is
the
here.
Josh Brown custom.
Yeah. Got Jeffrey Stalemate Ball, and is that like a GI Joe name? Like, what's going on there?
I don't know.
Is there a GI Joe named Stalemate?
I don't
'Cause-
think so.
I feel like there should be. That's a good
Yeah.
one, right?
Yep.
I don't know, but I
Uh,
used to have a boss named Jeff Ball. Is that my boss? Is that my boss?
That is Kate's boss.
Crazy, yeah.
Not my current boss, an old boss.
Okay, Dagul's here. Shogun Lord Mystic. I'm just gonna. David Williams is here. Looking through some of these names we know. Daith is here. Galaga Champ taking a break from Galagaing to be here.
Nice, thank you.
Tupolev, Lacey Dean, Redan? Redan again. Toymanoids.
Toymanoids. I like it.
Toymanoids, yeah. And Grateful Dead. Grateful Dead.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
Yeah. Just here for plastic nipples, aren't we all? Mr. Ryan Clark is here. Stephen Hall's here. Let's go through Mad Villain, MF. We're almost there. Brick something. What's up? How you doing? Darudy, Bobby F. J. Town, Robert Snyder.
Good to see you.
Oh boy, nice to see you. Braboy F wants us to archive. Like, listen, you don't
probably
have to archive
Braboy.
it, just, yeah. Braboy. YouTube automatically archives this. You can watch it whenever you want. Robot Lore Keeper is here. Dora Lexon also. What about nipples? We just woke up and nipples.
Got a lot of nipples. All right,
yeah.
Everybody's. I wish the nipples played more into this top 10, but they do not. I'm sorry.
We should have a top 10 nipples. Anyways, I think that's about all. Oh, Brian Brink.
That's good enough. There's
Brian Brink and Paul. Got to get that PD in there.
Absolutely.
All right. I think.
Very
David, and then David Smith. Hi, David Smith. You're my friend.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna jump into it. Real quick primer on the rules for everybody who doesn't know. I've gone over this a million times before. I want to say that 1 had to be released in 2024. 2 had to be bought in 2024. 3, if I didn't buy it, automatically disqualified. That's it. Those are the rules.
Yeah.
I used to make some noise about customs and stuff, whatever. I don't care. That doesn't matter anymore. At this point, if I'm doing some kind of customization with it, just means I like it a lot. And I'm just going to include it. So at number 10, we're going right off with this is Todd McFarlane. McFarlane Toys, Captain Carrot.
Wow.
And he's got customization. He's got his cloth cape on there.
I was going to say, that doesn't disqualify him? No, I think that's...
Nope, not anymore. Yep, not anymore. It's all good. It's all good. I really liked this figure. Came out of nowhere. Wasn't expecting it. Didn't think this was the kind of thing that any toy company with the DC license was actually going to get into. But McFarlane has been full of surprises since he got the license. And it was really great to see Captain Carrot show up. This is his factory issue cape. This is the actual plastic cape that he comes with. Multiple hands, articulated ears. I mean, what more do you want out of any action figure? You know, it's
give him a thumbs up hands.
Yeah.
More figures need to have thumbs up hands.
My only complaint, and McFarlane does this on a lot of stuff, is he doesn't always give you pairs of hands.
So you'll get
So he comes with he's got the closed left fist, and he comes with a C grip right hand. He does not come with 2 fists. I think he does come with 2 open hands, but it's like,
yeah, you had a picture with 2 open hands, and I was going to comment that those are some of the best open hands I've seen on a figure.
Yes, even though they've only got 3 fingers, still good.
Yeah, I think that's actually part of what helps. Just doesn't get in the way.
It is weird to see Captain Carrot as basically from neck to ankles being just like a regular human. Regular human proportions and everything, but it works. This is his look from the Multiversity crossover. Multiversity. I think that's what
you got it. You nailed it.
The crossover from the comics where they sort of reinvented it as a much more realistic looking character. So it was great. I didn't bother getting any of the other versions. I think there was another version that had pupils, maybe different costume.
He shouldn't have pupils. He shouldn't have.
I think there was a glow in the dark one also.
Ooh,
but
I'm surprised you didn't get that.
Yeah, I didn't need it. That's not like part of his thing. It's not part of his power set or anything. So, I mean, how much money do I want to sink into Captain Carrot? I mean, I appreciate that he exists. I really don't need more than one.
I'd never heard of Captain Carrot before you posted about him. I'll be honest. As whatever gaps I have in my DC, he fit right in.
Yeah. So, but you didn't grab that one.
No. I haven't bought a DC McFarlane figure since they first came out. I got the Hellbat. And that Superman, went with it or whatever.
Hellbat was great. All I got. Hellbat was great. Yeah, no, I dug that figure. My Hellbat, the left hip, right out of the package, just popped off, and I've never been able to get it to stay on solidly.
It happens with age, I'm told.
Yeah. It's gonna take me a second to.
How's your hip, Kate? I'm filling time. How's your hip, Kate?
Was that did that noise make it sound like my hip was popping on a
No,
tree?
I was just keeping the conversation about hips going.
He's just trying to play off of Hellbat. All right, here we go. I'm all set. Here we go.
Oh.
At number 9 spot, we have Savage Crucibles. Look, I like the whole line. There was several figures that came out this year. This is Nin Vilmir, which is I went with this one specifically because it was the one that has the most character, I thought. His head, a lot of these figures come with just sort of a lizard, almost like a realistic looking lizard head. This one looks a bit more like almost like Muppety. It's got a lot of character to it.
He looks like the is it Dudley or whatever, like the evil one from the Muppet movie that just came out with Jason Segel.
I don't know. I always go back to Dark Crystal. He looks like
I was gonna say, I think he's a little
Skeksis.
Yeah, he's a little Skeksis.
Is he a sexist Skeksis?
Oh yeah, here Biddletro, very Uncle Deadly.
Uncle Deadly, that's it. Uncle Deadly from the Muppet movie. Yeah.
Boom, Sebulba. Yeah, he's very Sebulba.
Hey, that's my line.
Yeah. So I dig it. These figures are really fun. I've definitely seen some people. Unfortunately, this is the only wave they've gotten out. It's all lizard guys, and I've seen some people expressing some sort of like, exhaustion with like, it's all lizards. I don't need any more lizards. It's like, all right. Wave 2 is coming. Wave 3 is behind that. Wave 2 is like human dudes. Wave 3 is fish people. It's coming, So
the whole line isn't just lizard guys.
No. It's
not like a world full of lizards. All right.
Yeah. And we'll get to this in pickups, but Mike, you actually just did send me a Savage Crucible figure that you had. I'm curious as to whether or not your lack of love had to do with the fact that one didn't have an articulated tail.
Could be.
And also that it seemed like you hadn't flexed the butterflies. Like, I don't know if you knew that it actually had butterfly joints. So
I didn't, but I don't think that would have.
You don't think that would have solved it?
I don't think that would have solved it.
All right, very good.
My issues weren't really with the articulation of the figure, although I don't love their knees. I'm just gonna be honest.
Hey, you know what? They are pinless figures. It's a completely different kind of pinless than I've seen on any other action figure line. Their double joints do kind of look like the NECA double joints, and surprisingly don't have as much range as most other double joints. It's a thing. Maybe they'll fix it as they go. They did fix the toe joint issue by removing it,
by taking it out,
which is the right way to do it. But I love the detail on these things. The metallics are fantastic. All of those spikes are spiky as heck.
Sure.
They will hurt you if you handle it wrong. And it's just it's been a real fun line full of lizard guys. Like
every rose has its thorn.
Yeah, like these are the sort of more lizardy looking heads.
It looks like a Goomba.
It does,
like from the Mario Brothers.
From the Mario movie.
Mario Brothers. Yeah.
So I dig it, and I'm very much looking forward to what they're going to be doing with that line in the future.
Mike Jenkins, that's Savage Crucible.
Savage Crucible. Harbinger Studios is the name of the company that makes them. Savage Crucible is the line. It was a Kickstarter 2 years ago. They delivered the figures this past year, 2024, which was actually a pretty quick turnaround. And then they've got more slated for, hopefully 2 waves will hit this year, the humans and the fish people, and then maybe something at the end of the year. And then they've kind of sprinkled in 1 or 2 other new things as well.
And maybe some football guys. I don't know.
And some football guys. Yeah. We'll come back to that.
Matches right in.
We'll come back to that in pickups later. Tease that segment.
I got this. I don't know where I got this shirt. I got it online somewhere. I'll find it. I'll link it in like the comments.
Number 8 is I'm putting Airborne here. Classified G.I. Joe Classified Airborne. He's standing in for the entire line. When I totaled up the figures that I bought last year in 2024, and not counting, because I did get some stuff from Hasbro for being part of the PulseCon event last year. Not counting that stuff, I still had like 30 figures that I had purchased. And just in terms of quantity, it was absolutely the most active line that I had. And I still love the line. I still love a lot of what they're doing. I'm not going to put 30 figures in the top 10. So I basically just picked the one that I could. It's my list. I can do whatever I want.
List,
Dan's top 37, But I had the most fun with Airborne. There was a lot of good figures. Road Pig was great. I'm looking at my shelf. Oh, you know what? I did this on purpose. Mutton Junkyard, great. Shockwave, great. All these guys, great. Duke, great. All these guys, great. It was just a great line. All of these, updates to classic characters and retro versions, updates to characters that we've already had in the line so far. Just a really great, fantastic line. I'm still loving it. Still looking forward to the characters that are still on my most wanted list: Budo, Hydro Vipers, and more. And just having a lot of fun with it. But yeah, Airborne was the one that I really, I don't know why. He's not one of my guys. Like, I didn't grow up with an Airborne. I'm not
surprised.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah. I didn't know why it happened. Just that's sort of how this stuff happens. Is you're looking at the things and you go, well, that's the one I actually had the most fun with. And I even swapped out his gun.
The only thing I know about Airborne is you put him in water, drink him, he helps fight colds. That's about it.
Yeah. This is my takeoff. This is my takeoff on the old McFarlane Nightmare Spawn.
Figure. That's a fun pose.
Yeah. So yeah, just a really, really great line with a lot of great figures. Looking forward to, I've picked up three new figures in 2025, and one of them was Xandar, so it's already in competition for.
Is it October 2025 already?
No,
that's when that figure was supposed to come out.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's true. Originally, yeah. Now my dial tone should be here in like a week or two.
Dang.
Yeah, Max, right there too. My 2025 GI Joe is already Law and Order. Yeah, no, looking forward to that a lot. Another animal, classic figure. Good stuff. Good line.
Wait, who's the? Oh, is it another dog?
Yeah, Law and Order is the military police. So Law is the guy and Order is the dog.
I was gonna ask. I never remember which one is the dog. I have the same problem with Mutton Junkyard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, right. Wait, which one is the dog?
Junkyard.
The dog is Order.
Oh yeah.
Junkyard, which I don't know which one we were talking about. Yeah, Junkyard. We are on number 7 here.
That's better.
All right, number 7 is Yolo Park Megatron.
Yolo.
This one, I think some people did have in hand very, very late in 2023.
Yeah.
I checked. Usually I'll just check YouTube and see when like reviews started popping up. And most of the reviews are in 2024. So it falls into that kind of gray area of, things that are so late in the year, 1 year, so early in the year, the next year. I just put it in 2024.
Sure. That makes sense.
This is my ideal Megatron. I don't need it to transform. I'm never going to put it in gun mode. And, there's never going to be a gun mode version of a Megatron where the figure is in scale with everybody else and that gun mode is not in scale. It's never going to work that way. It's always going to be scaled to like your hand or something else. And so I don't need that in my Megatron figure. The other stuff, it's fine if it transforms. But even going back to that Hasbro, what was it? Red, RED.
Mm-hmm.
The Transformers Red line. I had high hopes for that line. I was really excited about it. I got Megatron, I got Soundwave. I think I have Thundercracker also. But it just wasn't quite right. And boy, did the fans not like it. Nobody.
I was okay with it until they did that Bumblebee thing where he's just the same size as Optimus
Prime. Yeah. No, they really should have had a better eye towards scale. I don't know if they knew what they wanted out of that line and what was going on. So when this popped up, I was going to pass on it initially, and then I think it was actually Unparalleled Universe had posted some photos, and I was like, all right, that looks really, really good. I got to check this out. So I ordered it from them directly, got it in hand, and then I think, did you get yours right after that?
Yes. Yeah. I don't remember who inspired me to get mine, but it was, I got it very early in January.
Yeah. I think maybe you had you pre-ordered it, or did you?
I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Directly from the site.
So it's superposable, light up eyes, light up fusion cannon. Just it comes with a ton of accessories, a stand, interchangeable chest plates so you can do the battle damage thing. And, one of the things I'm looking for right now in my collection is sort of like ideal versions of characters. And for me, this is it. Like, this is the ideal version of Megatron. I don't really need anything else, And that's with MP Masterpiece Soundwave, just for scale purposes. And then that's with G1. G1 with my fix. That's a Sharpie marker cap.
Okay, that's clearly tape. Yeah,
I didn't have the barrel part, so I was like, well, this fits. Nobody's gonna know the difference. If I glue that,
I would not have even said anything if you hadn't pointed it out.
And then I got Optimus, and then that was it for me. You got Starscream.
I did. I'm pretty much probably gonna get, for now, tentatively, any of the AMK Pro or whatever line. I like them.
Yeah.
I think for the price, the paint on them, the articulation, the build quality, all of it is
Solid,
good. For like $50, you get a solid figure. Yeah.
Yeah. Upgrade to electrical tape. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Totally.
You do have to upgrade to electrical tape. To anyone watching, I did link my shirt in the chat. That was the link I posted. So if anyone wants to buy it, I don't make anything from that. Like, it's not like a post, but if you want to,
what if I want to buy that shirt?
I'll sell you. I will sell you this shirt. You want me to wash it first, or do you like? It's like a weird thing.
Yikes.
Yikes.
I love it. This is ideal version of Megatron. In fact, that's a really fantastic version of Optimus as well. I do still love Earthrise Optimus. I know he's out of date now, but boy, I just can't get into those the white parts on the Studio Series one. Yeah, I'll talk to Dave about it. He'll give me a pass.
You might not. I don't know.
No. But I dig it. Really great figure. Really impressed with it. Really surprised. It absolutely was not something I was expecting to get or to even want. You know, I saw the initial pictures and said nope, and then it brought me about. This is Yolo Park's AMK Pro Series. They're technically called model kits. It's more like a build-a-figure.
Yeah, you're not model kitting.
No, especially Megatron. Megatron was like, snap the head on, plug the shoulders in, put the hips in, and you're ready. You know, like put some very expensive batteries in it.
I got this Blockies thing, thinking it was going to be the same way, and I have not built it because it is actually a model kit. And I just haven't had time.
Well, and Optimus is a much more complicated build as well.
Sure.
He had way more parts in it.
So is Starscream.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha. I figured if I drew the line at Optimus and Megatron, I'd be okay.
Yeah, that makes
sense. They're gonna do Soundwave.
Yep.
And I'll have to get Soundwave, but I think I'll be able to draw the line there and not get any more. Like I can't even think of another Autobot that they could do that I would want to have.
Not even Sunstreaker?
Maybe Sunstreaker.
I was gonna say that's your guy.
Yeah. Well, I passed on the Missing Link version.
Yeah.
But I think a Yolo Park version that might do it.
If they do a Grimlock, would you want Dino Grimlock or
I wouldn't want either. I wouldn't go for either. I honestly wouldn't go for
care.
either. No, that would be a pass both ways for me. I have my G1's fine. Yeah. I have the little mini G1 as well. I had the Masterpiece and I sold that off a long time ago.
Yeah.
I would pass. Would a dinosaur version of a Yolo Park even be fun? Would it even do enough?
They made those little ones, and I got that, and that one is permanently dinosaur.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah. All right. What number was that? 7, I think. Is this 6? I should keep an eye on this when I'm actually. Yeah, this is 6. At number 6, we've got 4 Horsemen Cosmic Legions, excuse me. Cosmic Legions, Fisher Rice, the Fisher Price homage that I think surprised a lot of people. Mm-hmm. He's sharp. I already like the Cosmic Legions line, both Mythical Legions and Cosmic Legions. This was just an unexpected homage to a vintage Fisher Price Adventure People astronaut figure. Mm-hmm. And that was just like, who knew? Like, it's like, yeah, that's what I want. I didn't even know. You figured it out. And he photographs great, and he's super interchangeable with, he comes with just a whole ton of parts. Oh, this is that I wanted to make sure that
that's the head we talked about.
I made all that stink about like I should have bought it, and then he sent it to me. It was really fantastic, and so it works well on that suit. Just a great figure. I like Cosmic Legions a lot. I went back and forth between this figure and the Red Pilot. Mm-hmm. Because I really do like the Red Pilot a lot,
and I feel bad for the Red Pilot because I'm pretty sure he was a shoe-in up until this.
Basically, yeah. He really was. I like the hoses. I like that armor, but he's got almost everything that he has. Literally just opened this figure today. Fisher Rice is amazing. He really is. And I don't know who it was. Somebody did a full custom paint of like a bunch of other different characters in this paint scheme. And it's like, just do that. Do that.
I want a whole line of this.
Just do everybody in this paint scheme. Yeah.
Give me a big dragon. Give me like whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really, really fun, really fantastic, really gorgeous figure. That again, it's stupid. Like I already owned all these parts.
Like you have this figure other than the head.
Literally,
like you own this.
No,
figure.
I already have that figure. The head came
true.
with what's his name from the
the
game,
the 2-pack. Yeah,
Gorgo Aetherblade and
Asir.
I don't remember his name.
Leo,
Steve Lionheart. What is it? Leonidas? Leodicius.
Leodicius. And it was Leo something.
You got there. Yay.
We circled it until we found it.
But yeah, that's the same head. So like I literally I already own all of these parts. I could build another one of these figures immediately. Maybe 2. I don't know if I have another.
But you have to paint it.
But it's not in those colors. It's different. Yeah. Like once you paint all those little bits and everything, and they spare no expense. I mean, there's a lot of details and accents on here that I don't think have ever been painted that much on any other version of this armor and this suit. Trevor says it's Attila, but I don't think he knows what he's talking about.
What does Trevor know? Does he even collect
cosmic legions and did he shoot every action figure photo for the book that's coming out or something?
I don't know. I don't even know. What is this guy?
So which one's Leodicius? Isn't he a guy?
I'm pretty sure that is. I think it is Leodicius that we're talking about.
Right,
I don't know if he knows which one we're talking about.
We'll come back. Yeah. We'll come back on this. We'll have Trevor on.
I'm just gonna look it up right now. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this guy is just fantastic. Love him. Look at the back of that. Look how much detail is on there.
It's Attila Leosir is his name. So he's right.
Leosir.
Leosir.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Whatever.
He's right.
Whatever.
Apparently, he does know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Like, look at this. I have all these armors. Yeah. It's all. He's from Leodicius. All right. Well, you can see how deep Mike and I go in the lore. It's not at all. Hey, look, we use Source Horsemen. All the time. Never read a word of it.
Nope. It's actually that Source Horseman is always up on my tabs. Like it's always a tab open. Yeah.
Yeah.
What, is it just a shopping list at this point?
No, it's an information list.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, it's like, a lot of it too is like going back to look at the pictures to see like, did that guy come with that gun? Is this that guy's sword? What was his original build?
How does his hose go on him?
Yeah, exactly. How did Trevor put this thing on this guy? Because I can't figure it out. Where does this go? How does his cape work? Yeah.
Yeah. If it weren't for most of Trevor's photos, I wouldn't know how any of these work. Yeah.
Exactly. That's why you got to buy replacement capes, because you can't figure out how to put on the one it came with.
Sure.
Good stuff. Love that figure. Fantastic. And so, I broke up when I was sorting through everything, trying to figure out who's going to be in the top 10. I broke up Cosmic Legions, Mythic Legions, and Figura Obscura, 3 different 4 Horsemen lines that all sort of fall under that same thing. I didn't want to treat that all as one thing. So everybody had a fair chance. Up next at number 5 is getting better at sharing these screens.
I believe in you. Your practice makes perfect.
Number 5 is Super 7's The Worst Black Falcon Hellfire Edition. Oh, God, this guy. Look at this guy. Just look at him.
You almost didn't even buy this. You're like, should I buy this figure again? Like, you texted me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're like, I don't even know if I want to buy this figure again.
No, I was just mad at it. I'm just mad at them. Just mad at them. Like, if you do a repaint like this with fewer accessories, it should be like a quarter of the price.
Yeah. Like, does he count as a skeleton?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's got yeah. I mean, he's got a skull head.
He's got a skull.
Multiple skull heads.
That's fair.
Yeah. Love this figure. I loved the first Black Falcon, and the first Black Falcon made my top 10 in 2023. So I was like, well, to me, it's a different character. It's a completely different paint scheme. Again, it's what things did you spend time with? Did you just love? Did you find yourself always taking down off the shelf and messing around with? This was one of those guys. Love it so much. I really like the worst. Oh, so here's the comparison between the 2 versions of Black Falcon. And I've got multiple versions of Black Falcon from the Reaction line, just the 5 POA versions of them. Really hoping they do that Kenner Darth Vader homage paint scheme and don't charge the same full price.
They will.
Of course they will. I love it. It's just so much fun. Just a fantastic fun. He's translucent. He's got that broken horn helmet with the mouth open. That's one thing I wish they had done is movable jaw. There's 2 different heads. Neither of the jaws move. So if you want jaw open, you got to go with broken horn. If you want jaw closed, you get both horns unbroken. And then a bunch of different hands and all that other stuff. Love it though. Love this figure. Oh, there he is on Ghost Rider's bike.
What's his bike now?
Yeah, what matches great, right? I mean,
It
the color's
does,
a little
yeah.
off, but yeah, no, it works great. All right, that's that. Up next, looks like they're about to drop the hardest metal album of all time. Yeah. At number 4, we've got, his ego is out of control from the way he has his own face on his knee pads. Nice. At number 4, we have Hasbro Marvel Legends Zabu.
Kitty.
Kitty. Holy cow, am I happy with the state of Hasbro churning out 6-inch scale animals. It's so good.
I was gonna ask if he was worth the $120 price point or whatever it cost to build him.
Yeah, I mean, I did buy the entire wave. There have been Build-A-Figures in the past where I just waited for somebody to post it on eBay and just bought the Build-A-Figure. Sometimes that works out, sometimes that doesn't work out. Last time it really worked out well for me was Sauron, the pterodactyl guy. I managed to get that one for $60, which is like, okay, $10 a piece, a part. That's a fair price, and I didn't want any of the other figures in the wave. Similar thing here, where I didn't really want all the figures in the wave, but I bought them all, traded, sold, put some in our Patreon boxes that we do that we used to do at the $25 tier, and I did keep Icarus, and I just forgot his name. I just forgot his name. It's Tarzan guy.
It's the barbarian guy. Or
yeah, it's the guy he comes with.
Guy. Yeah.
Oh, he's here in a photo. That guy.
That guy.
Yeah,
the not He-Man guy. Both not He-Man guys.
Kazar. Thank you. I just absolutely blanked on that. Kazar. I don't know. I've always pronounced it Kazar. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's I needed both because I wasn't sure which one was going to have the better He-Man homage head. So I kept them both.
Which one do you think is better?
I think Icarus actually has the better head. That's the Kazar head there. But I think Icarus actually has the better head. They both work. It's fine. There he is with some of the other Joe animals and the Panther from the the only D&D figure that got released. Too bad.
But that wasn't the movie.
No, that was based on the books. Yeah.
So that's the Icarus head.
Yeah. No, this is still the Kazar head.
Oh,
right. Yeah.
No, I think that's.
That's the Icarus head.
Yeah.
See, they basically look the same.
It looks different.
So. Yeah. It's a little more. That's the Kazar head.
Right.
That's the Icarus head on the Kazar body with a vintage He-Man armor plate here. Origins shield.
Well. Yeah.
So I'd actually
find yourself.
I bought a Super 7 He-Man, a reaction Battle Cat.
Right.
Because I thought the helmet scaled properly and would fit on here, and I carved it up a bunch and it just didn't work. I was hoping that the armor would fit on him there, but no such luck. That's all right.
I'm sure someone could probably 3D print one.
Probably, but I'm never going to paint Zabu anyway, so it's not really a big deal.
That's fair. You don't want him green.
It just would have been nice if it was like a real quick. I think I bought it for like $10 at a show, and it would have been nice if it was like a real quick. Oh my gosh, it just happens to fit perfectly, and just throw it on him like super easy like that. But it did not work. All right, at number 3.
Wants to know what that Cobra was from. Is that the one from Serpentor?
It's the one from Serpentor. Yeah. That is correct. At number 3, we've got 4 Horsemen, Mythic Legions skeleton. That's not his bike.
I was gonna say I didn't get that bike.
You can still. It's still out there. I've seen them around for $15-20 in places.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, not bad. That's him with some of his ancestors, some of the earlier skeleton models, skeleton builds and stuff. What can I say? Just it's a skeleton figure. It's a chunky skeleton that in any other line he's a little too big boned, but in this line he fits perfectly. I wasn't expecting it. Came out of nowhere. They put them up for order. I ordered 2. They were very nice and sent me another one as a sample piece. So I ended up with 3, which, as you recall, I was very sad about because I wanted 4.
I do remember that.
Stupid. Yeah. I just had a lot of fun with it. It's great. It's a great figure. I have the 4-pack on order, so I'll end up with 7. And then when Necronomus actually hits, there's more skeletons behind
There's
that.
a bunch more skeletons.
Yeah, I tried to be a little conservative with the skeletons on this year's top 10 because there's probably going to be a bunch on next year's top 10.
Yeah,
so, just didn't want to go too far with that. But I happen to have the bone wings that fit on the skeletons there. It's just a really fun piece to mess around with. There he is with his other skeleton friends as well. And then this was wearing the Super 7, the worst Ultimates Robot Reaper robe. And that's his scythe as well. It fit perfectly, looked great. I haven't taken it off that skeleton since. Year of the Dead, yeah, exactly. So those are my 3 skeletons there. Just a fun, fantastic figure. Articulated jaw, interchangeable, multiple handsets. They've got the sword, the shield, the strap around the shoulder there. Just an awesome figure. Very happy to get that, and can't wait for more. Oh, there's me and some wolves fighting him off.
Oh man, and that Grim Reaper is just pointing at you.
Yeah, laughing. He's laughing.
This guy's gonna take care of things.
He's gonna bury that.
Shouldn't have sent skeletons to a dogfight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the last one? Oh no, that's the last one. There we go. It's rocking out.
I was gonna say it feels very Bill and Ted.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun figure. I am not super excited about the fact that it looks like each release of this skeleton might be in a different color.
Sure.
Because the 4-pack is not going to match these.
Correct.
I think the basic bone color of the Necronominus wave does not match either of those.
I don't think it does either.
4-pack. So,
do you think the dragon will have that burnt one that they displayed it with?
Probably not. No. Probably not. I think you have to burn your own. We'll see though. Who knows?
I mean, sure. I can. It's that easy.
Yeah. How much are you willing to? How far are you willing to go for this on a skeleton you paid $37 for?
We'll talk.
In the number 2 spot, we are sticking with 4 Horsemen. We're sticking with Mythic Legions, and we're bringing out Arakagor, the Blue Dragon Man. This was Scourge, released technically as part of, I think technically he's Cosmic Legions.
He is. He's Cosmic Legions.
Yeah. And technically I had him in 2023, even though I think some people got him this year in 2024.
Oh, you're right. No, you're right. It was 2020 because you got him at PowerCon.
Yeah, I got him. He was one of the 2 PowerCon exclusives. Yeah. And so that's when I was able to grab him there.
Yeah.
I mean, what am I going to say about this guy? He's like a giant dragon man. He's good.
Mine's right there.
That's good. Yeah. It's just so good. Could it be more posable? Yeah, sure. Whatever. Sure. Whatever. I complained about it. Yeah, I complained about it a little bit when I first got it, that I really wished the neck was more posable. And then somebody pointed out that it was, and I was stupid. And they were right. So I pulled the head off and realized that peg in there actually did move around a lot more than I thought it did. So I was like, all right, complaint rescinded. I take it back. But there you go. Yeah. I've seen him on several lists, and that figure really deserves to be there. Oh, hey, there you go. That's an Animal Warriors of the Kingdom mace right there. That Scourge.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It works perfectly for him. He's got this little loop on the back of his armor, and I tuck it in there when he's holding other weapons. It's to me, I like it. It's a little bit more like brutal than that weird 2-handed spear thing he comes with.
Rowdy Riles, it's not coming.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's not going to be out this year. Yeah, you're going to pay for it this year.
Yeah.
You're going to pay for it, but it is that dragon's on that's number 1 2026.
All right.
Yeah. So love this figure. Articulated jaw, furry shorts, can wear the armor of anything else in that sort of half giant scale or whatever it is. Yeah. Just the amount of personality in the eyes and the jaw and whatever. Oh, there's another the Big Bad Toy Store version of this, the Black Dragon with
the black one.
Red. Yeah. That should be out this year.
I said that when I got because I got the blue one first, because I didn't get the PowerCon version of Scourge. But any color they make this dragon in, I'll buy it. Black, pink, yellow, whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Doomed. Whatever they want to do. They've got me
whatever they want. They have me
over a barrel.
Candy cane striped. I don't care.
Whatever.
Do a Christmas one.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So this was Mythic Legions was the second most. Mythic Legions was the second most, and if you added in like Cosmic Legions and Figure Obscura, it was like G.I. Joe was the most I got. 4 Horsemen was the second most, and then everything else was just a distant third behind that. So, you know, a lot of this here in this photo actually came from Legions Con. It was like late in the year, fourth quarter. You know, there's 4 different armory builds in here. The exclusive Snake Dude, the 2-pack here with the Samurai and the Monk. Just a fun line. I like that you can sort of pick and choose, grab the ones you want, customize, swap heads, put custom heads on there, buy some cloth goods, do whatever you want with it. It is just a fun line that has a lot of play value. Guan Yu. I don't know who Guan Yu is.
I think he's talking about the Samurai dude.
Oh, this in the front here?
Yeah.
So that's the 2-pack of Gorich and Gaspar. It was a Legions Con exclusive, but they are now available individually. This particular
they're missing some of the pieces.
Some of the exclusive parts. Yeah. I think, isn't this head an exclusive head?
It is.
I think this head is exclusive to the 2-pack. So you'd have to track down the Legions Con 2-pack for this build.
Big Bad Toy Store still has it, which is where I got mine.
And then these 2, I actually have him with 2 Marauder Task Force 1/12 scale katanas. But you can he comes with 2 just regular normal swords like this Panther dude here is holding.
I think my favorite part is his dress shoes.
Yeah,
that he's wearing.
Those bug you a lot, huh?
They do. Yeah. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong, but he's just wearing dress shoes.
Yeah. His loafers, he's got them. They're broken in. They're comfy
and they're comfortable. I get it.
On the battlefield, it's all good. All right, that's number 2, and at number 1, any guesses?
More skeletons, more kittens.
If it's War Duke, I'm out.
If it's Cat, I'm out.
Wow. All right. It is not.
Okay.
Anybody, if you've been paying attention to anything,
I mean, of course, we all know what it is.
Yeah, it has to be. It's the figures we made this year. The figures that ranked were the figures we made along the way.
I feel like this is like when your parent puts your artwork on the fridge.
On the fridge.
Like, you had the best artwork, honey.
Little bit.
Thanks.
Hey, look, I considered, just sort of putting them in their own category and just being like, these are sort of, I was like, no, I may never get an opportunity to put them in a top 10 again. And Darkhawk is a character that I, made when I was like 12 years old, 13 years old, and in like 7th grade. So to see that kind of, come to fruition in a partnership with Toy Pizza, he's built on that Knights of the Slice body. And just to be a part of this Glyos community and putting new figures out there, putting parts out there, seeing people excited about them, A, just because they're Glyos was neat.
Yeah.
B, because they liked the designs and wanted to support us, or C, just, because they wanted to help out with our merch and support the channel, whatever else. And that was really, really exciting and really, really fun. And just going through the whole process, this is, Darkhawk is Toy Pizza, whereas the 2 robot guys are Mighty Maniacs through Rocom Toys. And it was just it was a lot of fun to go through this whole process, to sort of be a product manager, a project manager, to figure out the artwork. Eric Canetti did the artwork on this. Producer Greg, designed the labels. We got those ordered up. I had a specific sort of idea of how I wanted to see these packaged and rolled out to everybody. Obviously, I love translucent stuff. So, all of these parts existed before, and working with Suman at Rocom, especially to design this first one here, was just a lot of fun. He had a lot of great insight for how to make it better, for how to make it more interesting. Yours does not have the wings. We did do an accessory pack that was sold separately. We did the first run of the figure, SGO1, this figure, and then we did the accessory pack separately. Both of those sold out. We did a second run of just the figure. We did not do a second run of the accessory pack. So unfortunately, in order to get that, you'd have to buy it from somebody who has one. There is a possibility we'll rerun it in the oh, thank you very much, Hardcore Hubs. That's an honor. There's a possibility we'll rerun the whole figure with the accessory pack in the future. There may be some slight alterations to it or something, but we'll see how that goes. So it was neat. It was a lot of fun to design these, to see them come around. The second figure, this Kickley did the artwork on this one. That was an honor. I've enjoyed his work for several years now. And to have him work on a character that I created was, again, just a thrill. This is the accessory pack parts. Here I added a cloth cape and a sword that didn't come. Those weren't factory parts. And then to have this
not an accessory add-on kit either.
No. That was just, those are just various Toy Pizza Knights of the Slice parts that you'd have to track down. I just happen to have them in my Golios bin of figures. And then to be able to run another figure as an exclusive for our first convention back in October, that was a thrill too. We got SG, so we have SGO1 on the right and SGX1 on the left. Just a lot of fun. It was a fun. Did I say fun enough now? It's a fun, collaborative experience.
It was so fun.
It was, and those parts don't come with it either. The head and claws and feet on that are from a different Mighty Maniacs figure. They just happen to match colors perfectly. So that's it. That's the top 10. Those are the final. Those are the last guys. That's my number one, and it was a good year.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, everyone. No.
Yeah. No. A lot of good stuff out there. A lot of good. It just, I love putting together these little sort of like end of year yearbook photos. These are like the most important things to me at the end of the year to sort of sum up, when I go back through all of these to see what the year looked like. What was I into? What was I collecting? What were the sort of trends in my collection that I was buying? A lot of characters show up a lot. There's almost always a Boba Fett. This is the first year in a while there hasn't been a Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Or even a close to. There's no Mando. There's no Cobb Vanth.
You did buy a Cobb Vanth.
I did buy a Cobb Vanth.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That was late. Technically, I bought that in 2025.
True.
But
I did have waited until it was super discounted.
$7. I didn't need it.
Definitely doesn't count.
But I did have the Glavis Ringworld Mando Black Series figure, and that's a great figure. I just, it wasn't better than these here. Because, it's stupid to say it like, I already had Mandalorians, so it wasn't really that special. I have like 900 different Boba Fetts. They make it every year. So, Optimus Primes show up a lot, Supermans show up a lot, Batmans show up a lot, Megatron shows up, I'm pretty consistent with what I like. For this top 10, I wanted to put in Ghost Rider, but I'm like, all right, do I need 3 skeleton guys, 2 of whom are on fire? I'll use, I want to use Zabu instead.
I'm surprised you didn't cheat. Like, you usually cheat a little bit.
Usually I do. Yes.
Usually cheat. And you kind of did with number one. You kind of did with number one. But
there are technically 12 figures.
I'll give it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and doesn't the one G.I. Joe guy count as like 30 G.I. Joe
Yes,
guys?
He is literally representing like 30 guys. Yeah.
But he's the one representing.
Yeah. Yeah. It was tough. Just picking one to represent G.I. Joe was tough. I almost went with the stealth ripcord from the
Dragonhawk,
from the Dragonfly.
Right.
I almost went with Storm Shadow version 2. I know a lot. I said I was going to chop that thing up, cut all that crap off his belt, fix his hood and whatever, and I ended up not doing any of it. It might be that might not be my choice, Toymanoids. It may just be. It may end up that way. I mean, Quick Kick was great. Mutt and Junkyard were great. Chrome Faced Retro Cobra Commander was great. Raptor. I mean, geez, Nemesis. Like, just the figures they put out. We'd not be able to see him. But I decided to go with Airborne just because he surprised me the most. I just had a lot of fun with him. And once I swapped out his gun with that Crimson Guard rifle that looked more like the gun he came with, perfect. And plus, I think his gear is very similar to what Ripcord comes with too. He just doesn't have that cool helmet. There should be a limited edition serial tie-in from Magic Spoon. That would be great if we could do something with them. That would be fan. That would be really cool. Unfortunately, I don't think we're big enough.
Skeletons and Magic Spoon, yes.
Well, no, something Secret Galaxy. We've done so many.
No,
spots
I
with
think
them.
that's what I think he's saying.
Oh,
the
put a skeleton in there.
Skeletons version of Magic
Gotcha.
Spoon.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be really fun.
So that's it. That's the top 10. Thank you very much for everybody for hanging out. We're not leaving. If you were just here for the top 10, thank you. Have a good night.
Yep.
Please stick around.
Released.
We're gonna jump into just regular pickups at this point. Mike, I know you were at a show earlier today. If you wanted to mention, actually, I did have a question for you, Mike.
Yeah,
before
go
we
ahead.
get into that. Are you doing okay? You were on Ken Plume's show the other night, and you guys only went like 2 hours. Did something happen there?
Something wrong. I was hungry, and my wife brought food home. That's
Nice.
what happened.
Yeah.
Ooh, what did you
saw-
have?
I don't remember, like McDonald's or something.
Yeah. Tell us
stupid,
about
but I
your
was
dinner
just
so we
really
can chase
hungry.
everybody away. Yeah.
I was just really hungry, and I'm like, if I don't, and I love Ken, and if he's watching, Ken, I love you, but we have a tendency to go hours, and it was one of those things. If I didn't end this, my food is gonna get cold because it's actively here.
Well, don't spoil it for me. I'm not at the end of the replay yet.
Oh no! I ruined it.
Yeah, I'm only like an hour and 15 in.
Oh geez, you're basically at the end at that point.
Ken's a good guy. He's
Oh yeah, great guy.
So Mike, you did a top 10 Black Series.
I did. Yeah, every year I always do a top 10 Black Series because that's
but you didn't do a top 10.
No, I don't. So my wife actually asked me about that. But like, would I ever do a top 10 of like all my toys? And I'm like, I don't know. It's too hard. It's easier. It's easier just to do one line, and that's already hard enough. I don't know if I could do like for all my lines. I don't know where I pick and choose. Like, do I make a top 10 for all the different lines I collected and then just choose from those? Like,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Bitter Troll, thank you very much. Just gifted 10 Secret Galaxy memberships.
Oh, that's
Appreciate that.
nice of
Well,
him.
that's nice.
Look at
Thank you.
that.
It's not too bitter.
Is Mike getting steel for no? If you want,
that's the giant 4 foot tall,
4 foot tall
Fortress Maximus that we talked about last
Oh.
Ben's Collectibles got it and did a review on it. And if you want to, he did an unboxing time lapse video. If you want the experience, go watch that. It's one of those things that it's cool that it exists, but I will never, ever spend money on it.
No. I don't know. Does he say, did he buy it or did he?
I'm pretty sure he bought it. He bought it.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Jeez.
But I just I've never been a big fan of Metroplex anyway, or any of the city bots. They just turn into a city, which is just basically the robots sitting down.
Yeah.
Like that's not interesting to me,
Yeah.
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 But it is cool.
I
it's
said
cool
Fortress
that it exists.
Maximus. I meant
Yeah,
Metroplex.
it's Metroplex. I do the same thing. They're just big city guys.
Mike, if you want to jump into a pickup, I actually have to reach across the room here and grab my pickups.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So I did go. There was a toy show in La Mirada today, which I'm in San Diego. La Mirada is like just past Anaheim Disneyland area.
Can I just tell you that when you just said that, I thought you said something like Llamarama, and I was like, what is a Llamarama?
Llamarama. It's just a bunch of llamas.
I feel like that's like a giant field of llamas. And
Llamarama.
Yeah, like there's like pellets where you feed in the llamas, and there's like llama. Yeah, I'm
Jesus
here
Christ,
for
I walk away
Llamarama.
for 2 seconds.
Kate's just going crazy about llamas, and I just don't know where it came from.
The toy show was in Llamarama.
La Mirada. Llamarama.
Yeah, Llamarama-com. Yes, exactly. Llamarama-rom-com-com.
But yeah, I basically went because 4 Horsemen said they were. If 4 Horsemen weren't going to be there, I wouldn't have bothered to go. But tickets for it were like $12, and I was like, sure, like I'll go to see what they have. So we drive. We leave early because I know after being the experience of GalaxyCon, what do you call it? Toy Galaxy or Secret Galaxy Con?
What we call our shows.
Whatever you call
your
show?
Galaxy Expo, SGX.
Yeah, that's it. It was the Expo. I couldn't remember.
GalaxyCon is something else. We're not associated with GalaxyCon.
Are you sure? Because I've heard
Positive,
GalaxyCon is a
positive,
thing.
yes.
Anyways, but seeing how early that those guys get there, when they were in line at 6 a.m. when we were setting up.
Yeah,
I was like, we can't show up. We can't just roll in at like noon. And just expect to buy toys. So we had to be there. The show started at 11. So I'm like, let's get there like 10:30. We'll stand in line. We'll try to get some good stuff. We roll in. We find the little area they've got going on. There's music pumping. It's 10:30 and like the doors are already open. Like the con's going. And we're just like, what? Like the show should
just
start. It hadn't even technically opened yet because all the signs are like 11 to 6, 11 to 6. It's 10:30 and it's like popping. So we walk up, we find the 4 Horsemen booth. We walk up, we go there, and the table is almost bare. Like there were some cosmic legions of stuff. There were some mythic legions, the stuff that's like always around, kind of hanging. The stuff that maybe don't sell as well
that you already have.
Thank you. That a lot of people already have. I definitely had all of them, and that's why I wouldn't want them.
Exactly.
I am complete on Cosmic Legions. Like, I've got everything. But I'm just standing there, and I'm like, I don't know what to, like. We came all this way, and I'm not gonna get anything. And then Jeremy's like, no. The early birds came in and bought everything, but I saved a lot of stuff, and it's coming back out at 11. So it's like, So we literally stood around the table talking for like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
waiting.
He had posted a picture of like just the sort of table.
Yes,
and like Legion's Con or even some of the other big cons that they've been at, PowerCon, whatever. Some of those figures will be like 8 or 9. They're like 8 deep, and then there'll be like 4 or 5 or 6 columns of them.
Exactly.
Those pictures he posted, it was like one Faunus, like one Zarya.
Yeah.
And I was like, those aren't gonna last.
No. So everything was gone. I was really bummed, really, really bummed. But then he said they were, when 11 o'clock hits, he's restocking the table. So we stood around. We were like Zach and I, tall Zach. We were second in line. I went through and they had everything. So the first thing I picked up were some of the armory builders that I didn't order for in stock, which I still haven't had even shipped yet.
Sound off in chat if you place an order during the in stock sale.
Yeah,
2 Mondays ago.
2 weeks ago.
Did you A, get a shipping notice yet? Did you B, receive your figures yet?
Like, yeah,
I know they're busy over there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if like I think you talked about this. Like, if Necronominus had just come out, I'm like, I get it. Yeah. Like, they're swamped, whatever. But whatever. I'm not super mad about it. I know I'll get it. But I did pick up the evil gunmetal build, and I put these little antlers on him from that 2-pack, the Mythic Legions G-Con. I put all of his weapons on him because I couldn't figure out how I wanted to build him out. So I'm like, he's just getting everything.
So I'm jealous of that figure because the first thing that sold out immediately at Legion's Con for the armory experience was the black leather armor.
Yeah.
And so that was like one of the things I didn't get.
And you know what he has? He's got dress shoes.
Yeah. Dress shoes. Yeah.
He's got his dress shoes. But it looks really good. And then to kind of go along with that, because I didn't want to go crazy. But I did
just real quick, I'm going to interrupt you. Show Everyone Mystic asks, hey, Dan, any plans on hitting up Collective Con in March? Sadly, it's here in Florida. It's I don't have any plans to go. If Collective Con, when did you say it was in March? I would have to check the dates on that. I already have. I'm hitting Toy Fair in New York in March, but I don't currently have any plans to go to that show. In fact, I've never heard of it. I'll have to check it out and see where and when that actually happens.
Yeah, where in Florida?
Yeah. Also, we got Prophet 924 said my in stock shipped.
Okay.
Brick said place an order, still haven't gotten my shipping notice. Brian Brink said mine shipped yesterday.
All right.
Jay Reichert said I placed but later in the sale, no shipping yet.
Yeah. I was like minute 1, like as soon as the sale went live, I was like in. Yeah,
no, Max, we already know you got yours. We saw you on.
Yeah, Max. We're not friends until we get ours. That's how it works.
I've also not received a shipping notice for in-stock items. Glad it's not just me. All right. In-stock is on the way. All right. Look, I know those guys are busy, obviously.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to give them any crap
I'm not super mad. I didn't even give Jeremy any crap about it at the show. Like,
I literally logged in today to check to make sure I had placed my order.
Yeah. It's for me, I've never experienced this much of a delay in something in stock that I've ordered. Like, it's always been within a week or two.
Yeah.
And we're on the other side of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I've just never experienced that before. But I know, I'm not worried about it. Yeah.
You have family in Jacksonville.
I have family in Jacksonville.
I have family in Jacksonville.
In March, huh?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all a big family hangout.
Yeah. I got a place to stay, I guess.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
that was one. Yeah.
Yeah. I also picked up, I haven't opened it yet, but the evil green.
So what makes him evil? He's got the
evil. It's the armor design.
It's the boots.
It's the spiky legs, spiky arms.
And is it the gorget thing? Does that also qualify as evil, or is it just the boots and shoulder pads?
I think it's mostly the boots, gloves, and shoulder pads. Like the spikier ones are evil. The more smooth ones are not evil. Although the gunmetal legs are smooth. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's however they wanted to label it, just to label it something different. I get it. I appreciate it.
Get you to buy two figures.
On my in stock, I've got purple. I've got the heroic versions of purple, green, red, and gunmetal. So
I'm wondering, did I actually order the evil? Because does the black leather armor make them evil?
Yes, that's evil. Yes, black leather obviously makes it evil. That's how it works.
I guess, yeah. That's how it's always been. Evil or a bad boy.
Bad boy. Then I did pick up another one of these Ninian guys. What? Before I go crazy, I guess this has it too. But I like the little reflective silver.
It's nice.
Isn't it nice? Yeah,
it's classy.
The Armory Knights have that as well. I think. I think it's.
I did. Good. I ordered it. I ordered an evil gunmetal and a heroic gunmetal. All right.
There you go.
I should read.
You should read. But I mostly bought this because there's so many cool parts swapping that you can do with these. I wanted a snake to be a snake guy, and then I wanted one to experiment and pop apart. And
yeah. Well, and he comes with an extra head, one open mouth, one closed mouth, and then 2 sets of hands.
Yeah.
So you can cheat and kind of I have one as just the base snake guy, and then I have another one in cosmic armor.
I could have 4 snake guys with all these different heads and hands. Absolutely. Exactly. So I figured one more was due. And then as surprise, this wasn't on my radar at all. I was very shocked to see her. But they put out
is that Zarya?
Zarya, yep.
Yeah.
I'm just missing the blue one, and I asked Jeremy, is there any chance of him getting re-released? He said probably not, but if they did it would be like a version 2 kind of situation. Which
I think I grabbed because the blue was the last one I think I needed also.
Yeah.
And Sergeant Reds had it in stock.
Oh, man.
I paid for it, but
sure. Yeah. But that one goes for a lot because I think he's the one that was the oldest release now.
But it wasn't super expensive because I think he got an All-Stars release.
But it would have been before though. Before 2019 or 20.
Yeah. But still, it wasn't just the only release. I think he got a second release, and I want to say even at Sergeant Reds, it was like $50 or something.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, no, it was fine.
That's not bad. But yeah, well, I want it because the yellow and the blue make the big one here.
Well, you need the whole Sentai team.
I want the whole you gotta get the whole Sentai team. So we got Red, who's a girl, which is fun, and you got the blue and the yellow. So,
and if you get the head pack, head pack. It has a red demon head in it, and then you can throw that on another figure, and
Yeah.
So
I wasn't expecting to pick her up, but I saw her and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get her too.
Well.
Yeah.
Might as well.
And then the only other thing, because it was a convention, but there were celebrities they were going to have were Sergeant Slaughter, who I'd never really seen before. That was kind of neat. His chin is for real,
legit. Yeah.
It's It's like the broadside of like a battleship is how I describe his chin. Like,
yeah, he looks like Godzilla 98.
He 100% looks like Godzilla 98. But then Larry Kenny, the voice of Lion-O, was supposed to be there. And then I didn't know he didn't show. I just was looking around for him. I didn't see him. I just knew he was supposed to be there. But we were walking through, and some guy was selling shirts, and it had The Last Dragon on it. And I was like, oh, man, I love The Last Dragon. It's such a good movie. And he's like, oh, Ernie's here. I was like, no, he's not. No, he's not. Where is he? So I went, and I talked to Ernie Reyes.
Nice.
Great.
Oh, he has such nice handwriting.
He does. It's
Look
just
at that signature. Wow.
He was such a nice guy because I gushed. Like living in Southern California, working for like Apple and stuff. Like I've talked to celebrities before. I did a whole thing with Richard Dreyfuss. Like I'm used to being around celebrities for the most part. I've never actively gushed and fangirled because it was such a surprise. Like I wasn't expecting it. I didn't have time to compose myself. I just was told Ernie Reyes is there, and then he was there, and I'm just like, oh my, yeah. And no offense if he's watching this, he's a short guy. Like he's not. You just don't know how tall people are when you're watching movies and stuff. I wasn't expecting him to be that short, but he was super, 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 super nice. Let me gush about Surf Ninjas, which is my favorite, one of my all-time favorite movies, Surf Ninjas. It's so much fun. I want to, because I can do this. I have a picture. I was gonna say
you posted a picture on your Instagram, yeah?
I did. I can actually just bring it up because I have control over this.
Yeah, you make sure you blur out Zach's face first, though. So.
Oh, sorry, Zach. Get out of here, Zach.
For his own privacy purposes.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Because Zach doesn't like it when he's on screen, especially not if he's drinking.
Yeah, he was Ernie, not Zach, was up here in New Hampshire back in September, I think it was, for Granite Con. There was a big 40th anniversary celebration of the Ninja Turtles and stuff, and he was one of the guests they had out.
Yeah, I would not have recognized him if he didn't have like the sign, because he just doesn't, like, in my brain he looks,
in your brain he's like an 8-year-old.
Exactly. He looks like Kino from Ninja Turtles. He looks like, from Surf Ninjas. Like I know what Kino looks like, but like he's wearing a hat, he's wearing the flannel. Like I know he was in, what movie was I watching? I didn't know he was in it. It was The Rundown. And I'm like, this buff guy looks familiar. Who is that? And I'm like, oh, it's Ernie Reyes Jr. He's like jacked. What is up with that?
Yeah.
But yeah, he was so cool. Like very, very nice.
He was like the coolest kid during, when Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon came out. He's in that. And then he was on the TV
he's like
show.
A kid too. He's like a kid.
Yeah. And he was on The Last Electric Night with Gil Gerard, doing all the karate stuff and whatever. And he was just, as a 8-year-old, 10-year-old, whatever I was at the time, I was just like, God, I want to be that guy. I want to be that kid. I want to be able to do all that stuff. Right. Like, how did he already learn all of this? He's my age,
Yeah. It's like he was born karateing or something. Like
exactly.
Well, I guess it helps that his dad is Ernie Reyes Sr. Like he's already got a foot in the door.
Timu wants to know how tall is Mike?
I'm 5'11".
Okay. So
and Zach next to me is like 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah. So that puts Ernie at.
He's got to be like 5'6".
Yeah.
So hold on, let's bring this back in. We could do a math analysis of this.
Hello. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for jumping on the live stream, and Happy New Year to you as well. I assume that's Ace. I don't know for sure.
It looks like Ace. Yeah. I mean, it's Ramen. Someone on the Ramen Toys account.
Yeah.
No, the picture was taken in the ultra wide mode, so it sizes are distorted and whatnot.
I don't think that's a factor.
That's a factor
as far as height is concerned. Yeah,
because it's kind of fisheye a little bit.
I guess.
But Zach is bending down because he's like 6'4", 6'5", something like that. He's a tall guy. Yeah. But yeah, it was he was not, I just wasn't expecting. I wasn't mentally prepared to meet Ernie Reyes Jr. today. That's cool. Worth the visit.
And you did not get camel clutched by Sergeant Slaughter.
I did not. I didn't want to pay
I don't know what that is.
It's his he calls it a cobra clutch.
Cobra clutch. Sorry, not camel clutch. Yeah.
You know, I can't forgive him for turning heel. He went against America.
Yeah. It's get over it.
Yeah, I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. I just
it's his Kate, it's his like headlock thing.
Yeah, he does like a headlock thing where he puts it whatever.
And so what, you have to pay for it? You
have to pay for it. Yeah. And you know, I don't have any problem. That's why they're there. They're there to make money. I get it.
So you do that, you get your picture of him like choking you out or whatever. And then I think you get a little challenge coin that says like I got Cobra clutched or whatever.
Yeah. It was like $120, I think, to get that included. And I might have done just a picture with him if Ernie Reyes hadn't been there. Like when as soon as Ernie was there, I was like, nope, that's my meeting someone money right there.
That's the one right there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Totally. Mm-hmm. Anything else? Any other pickups? Is that it? I don't have a lot.
Yeah, I got my Big Bad Toy Store. Let me grab them. I got my Big Bag Toy Store, and I'm doing a video.
This is my Savage Crucible figure that I got from Mike.
Oh yeah, I sent you that.
That's right.
I did get my
Cammy,
my Jada Toys figures, and I've written a script that I'm going to do here. DJ, surprise to me, just like Fei Long, don't really care about the character that much. Never played him much in Super Street Fighter because I never owned it. But what a fantastic figure. What a great figure. That's it. That's what I got.
Humongous
funny
loves your
joke.
GoBots shirt.
Me too.
Loves your GoBots shirt. The GoBots. I also got Savage Crucible did send out a this is one of the other figures that they released this year. This is Viteris Rapax, I think his name is. Sort of a repaint of Nin Villamir, who was in my top 10 there. In fact, it's a direct repaint of Nin Villamir, not even sort of, it is. With a couple different armor pieces and a couple of different weapons. Definitely, whether intentionally or not, it is a Battle Cat homage. He's got the green with the orange stripes and the red spiky battle armor. Hard to get around that. And I know that they have a tendency, Savage Crucible will sometimes put in, I don't know if it's an every time thing or just a sometimes thing. They do put in extra weapons. And so this is a non-standard weapon that figure came with. For anybody who knows, who cares, there have definitely been a few people who've commented on pictures that I posted asking which weapon did it come with. And so I got the this magic ice blade thing here.
I like the translucence.
It's nice, yeah. I feel like it's a little in conflict with his, I feel like this guy should have come with a fire weapon,
Sure,
but
it does make more sense, yeah. I can't tell if his torso is miscolored. It looks fine to me. But yeah, I don't know.
The other day I got my Xandar, which I've already posted some pictures of. This is fun. I did get to mess around with this a little bit at PulseCon last year, as well as just saying, yeah. This isn't the first time I've
casual flex.
Yeah. So I was already familiar with all of the cool little details that it has because I got to play with them, and dial tone and the Saw Viper, and who else is in that wave? Leatherneck is also in that wave. My dial tone should be here in like a week or so. We'll see. Great
Are those
figure.
the only two you ordered from that wave?
I did. I'll probably grab a Saw Viper. There have been a couple of pictures I've seen online that made him look funner than I expected, so I probably will grab him.
The Grimlock right here is the Giga Power Grimlock, and I'm actually going to be, I'm not using this as a platform to sell my toys, but I no longer really care about owning Dinobots this size, so I'm probably going to be selling these. In case anyone wants it, hit me up. Get you a good price.
Last weekend, I was down in Massachusetts visiting the collection of, I think he's the Collector 77 on Instagram. Chris. He has just an absolutely ridiculous collection. I think Red Wagon Dioramas posted a video. If you want to see a walkthrough of that, I was there. Jeremy Gerard was there. Dorklair was there. A couple other folks were there. And it's just a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. It's a well curated collection. It is very well organized, nicely lit. Just a lot of cool stuff in there. Nearby, there's an Ollie's, and so I was like, well, I drove 2 hours to get down here. I don't have any Ollie's nearby where I am, so I'm gonna check this out and see if there's anything good in here. There were definitely a few figures I was hoping were gonna be there, and none of them were. But I'm like, I'm not gonna come all the way here and not grab anything. So they had one suit body that I needed. So these figures were like $4 a piece, I think. Because they were already marked.
They were on sale on top.
They were on like double sale,
yeah.
like they were cheaper because they were at Ollie's, and then they were on sale, and then they were on extra sale, so they were almost free. If I had stood around for like another 20 minutes, they probably would have just handed them to me.
Just hand it to you.
But so this is
like $2.
Yeah. So this body is getting real old. You know, it was already kind of wonky from the beginning. It's pinned joints and whatever, but it's a suit. It's a suit color body that I don't already have, so. I'll take that so I can we'll just do this.
You're going to put that Dan Larson head on there?
Yeah, it's right here. Doesn't scale perfectly. It's definitely scales better with the, and actually, I'm going to take this gun out of his hand because it looks silly. Me holding it.
It is Watson from Holmes. I don't know if that's a joke or not, but that's the same actor. It's also the guy from The Office, the UK one.
I think he was in Lord of the Rings too.
He was in Lord of the Rings. He was a Bilbo.
He was not in Lord of the Rings.
No, he was in The Hobbit.
He was in The Hobbit. Yeah. This head doesn't really scale perfectly.
I think the head's about right. You got a big head, Dan.
It's a little. That's not true. My head is proportionate to my body.
That is Dan just got back from PulseCon and everyone loves him. Big head Dan. That's that Han Solo from the 70s.
Big Head Dan.
Yeah.
And then they also had some of the
Big Head Dan and the Monsters. I like that one song.
They had some of the Hasbro cartoon Dungeons and Dragons figures. Unfortunately, they only had these two. But I was like, at this price, even if I take them out of the package and they like snap at the elbows and knees and whatever, because I know when they came out, a lot of people had issues with breakage and whatever. And I'll say, had I not already known about that, it is very likely that I would have broken the joints on these, but I knew about that. And so since I was in the car anyway, I threw them up on the defroster vent and just let them cook for a good, 2-3 minutes or whatever. And so they were nice and soft. The joints bent just fine. And they're actually nice figures. They're really great looking figures that, they could do more. They could have more posability. They could have more accessories and whatever, but for what they are and for what I paid for them, fantastic. If I could get the rest of the kids at that price, that'd be great. If I can't, oh well, I've just got the two. Not a big deal.
You could do get a Doctor Strange figure and put that on top of another one of the right. If we needed a Sherlock
I was like, I don't know where you're going with this.
Yeah,
she's talking about the Watson.
That, yeah. Oh, I wasn't looking at the comment. I was like, what is that?
Yeah, it's because they're still going in the comments. Yeah.
I did get one other thing. This
what
RoboScout. So this is pretty cool. It's real nice. I highly recommend go check out Robo's review of this thing. He goes over it pretty in detail as far as what it does and parts and interchangeability and whatever. I haven't committed to, you can swap out the cockpit so that it's either 1/18th scale or 1/12th scale. I haven't committed yet. Right now it's 1/18th.
So when you sent me that picture of the pilot in there, was that the 1/18th?
That was the swapped out 1/12th cockpit.
Oh, that was the 1/12 cockpit. All right.
Yeah. With the Cosmic Legion's red pilot. Yeah.
So the pictures
no. Well, and somebody else told me that they were able to fit that figure in there. So I'm wondering if maybe I didn't have the seat snapped down all the way.
Or they're a liar.
Yeah. One or the other. That wouldn't be a
Their dad probably works for Nintendo.
That's true. But it's really cool. I am a little concerned about these translucent wings, knowing the history of translucent plastics and how long they don't last, and just how brittle they become. But it's I know that both Kate and Mike have opinions about this, as far as just the design of a flying red skull with TIE fighter ears. Whatever. It's cool.
I like it. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah. It's good that you have things that you like. I think
it's things you like.
I think it's neat that you can choose a little figure or a big figure for it. I think that's pretty impressive.
I like that the TIE Fighter ears go up.
They go up and down. You can have like a TIE Interceptor style. You can have regular TIE Fighter style. You can have.
I thought the stand was really well made.
What was the TIE Fighter called? The TIE
Defender.
Defender. Like TIE Defender style. Yeah. Prophet 924. They were nice enough. They were very generous enough. They did send me a stand. So I have the stand, all the effects and stuff, and they actually sent me a couple of figures as well. I already had a couple of figures, but they did send me a couple more. And then I did, as part of the Kickstarter, I ordered the 6-inch figure that Marauder Task Force is working on. So hopefully that will be shipping soon as well. Is it a 1/1 skull? It's pretty close. I've never held an actual human skull, so I don't know for sure. And I think they vary in size also.
You think the guy flying that around is like, are we the bad guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, are we the baddies?
Are we the baddies?
Exactly. Fun fact, RoboSkull Mark II, which is this, is covered in 5mm ports, making it compatible with Transformers and their upgrade kits. I got a bunch of LEDs on 5mm ports for it. That's really cool.
That's not bad.
Cool. Yeah. They know it's awesome. They just like giving me a hard time.
Oh, we do. We love giving them a hard time. Yeah.
True. It's true. Somebody has to.
It's really cool, and the coolest part about it was that they reached out and were like, hey, we want to send you one of these, and I was like, thank you, that's really generous of you, I appreciate it.
No thank you, I'm actually full on toys.
Well, I was like, hey, look, I've got these,
need more toys.
I've got these rules, and I gotta stick to my rules. So no more vehicles. I'm
no thank you.
Send you back this RoboSkull and that Dragonfly and my Hiss and these airplanes and all of this other stuff, that Batmobile. All of that stuff. So
wait, was that all this year?
What? The Batmobile? No, the Batmobile's from last year. It just used to live at the office, and now it lives here.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I feel like that was a lot of vehicles that you just named off.
Well, no, the Hiss is from last year. The Batmobile is from last year.
You got the Vamp. The
Vamp was from last year.
Vamp's from this year. Oh no, you're right. Well,
no,
it was 2024.
Yeah, no, it was 2024. Both the Vamp and the Stinger were 2024.
And the Ferret.
I sold mine. I don't have the Ferret. Sold mine.
Ferret.
Yep. So RoboSkull, Dragonfly. Yeah. So it is what it is. Whatever. We probably no live stream next week. I don't think so. I am heading to Nuremberg, Germany for Spielwarenmesse, the German toy fair. That'll be my first time over there. I'm looking forward to that. Pretty excited. As far as I know, it is humongous. There's a lot to look at and a lot to do. I got a couple extra days over there just to go, explore and check out a country I've never been to. I was talking to my bank today, and the lady that I talked to said I had to try the fries from the street carts. So that's on my list.
Fries, pretzels, wursts. You got a lot of.
You need all the sausage wursts. Yeah, any kind of like phallic shaped meat.
It's all right,
but it has to. But make sure that's either boiled in beer or grilled on a grill.
Ace, if you're going to be there, yes, let's hang out. For sure. Yeah, I want to talk Gotcha Man. Absolutely. I saw the pictures you posted. The tiny little figure is amazing. Check out Mythic Legion horses if you're looking for horses. Otherwise, McFarlane has done some too. It depends on the kind of horse you want, right, Kate?
Yeah, there's like many different. Yes.
Yeah, we looked at the Figma ones last episode, right?
Yeah, those weren't very good.
Yeah,
those were weird.
The Mythic Legion ones, I think, are the best 6-inch scale horses, although they might be a little big.
Sweet.
Wow.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no, the Mythic Legion's horses are amazing if you want a draft horse style, and the McFarlane horses are great if you needed somebody that was a little bit more like a thoroughbred. But if it's a nice,
go ahead, Mike. Sorry,
I was gonna say, what if you just want like a nice like palmetto, just like a nice like normal horse, just like
a palmetto is a giant cockroach.
Yeah,
is it? I have no idea.
You mean Palomino?
Palomino. That's what I mean.
I don't think anybody's put out just a straight up Palomino yet.
No, I don't think so. You got to go back to Breyer for that.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, the classics, the Masters of the Universe classics, Arrow is probably the closest
That's a good one. Yeah.
To an actual Palomino horse, but that's very cartoony.
Patrick Gerard said, "This is the toy show where you can't photograph or talk about anything. Do they sever you when you leave?" That is this show, yes, as far as I know. And then I liked that we had Nebula 427. I do not recommend a Figma horse. And then It's the Rocketeer. I recommend the Figma. So, your mileage may vary. I don't know. It depends on what you want out of the horses.
The duality of the Secret Galaxy chat.
That's right. All right, so that's that. Like I said, I'll be away. I'm going to be preparing to leave on Saturday, so I might just be a little too anxious, a little too worked up to actually live stream that night. I leave on Sunday to hit Germany. So, I'll be posting pictures and stuff from that event.
How many hours ahead are you going to be?
6
for you?
I think it's 6. I'll be 6 hours in the future. Yeah. Oh, for you. I'm going to be 9 hours ahead of you.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we're not going to talk for a week. Yeah.
Just chat at me. I'll hit you back when I get it.
That's right. That's right. Exactly. So, so maybe next week, but most likely 2 weeks out. And when we do, I'll have a slideshow.
All right.
Photographs.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
The photographs you're not allowed to tell.
Well, it'll be things like French fry street carts and stuff.
I see. Yeah.
It might not be toy stuff, but you'll get the really important things like
the
various foods that I'm eating that I've never had before. So, all right, that's that. Thank you very much for everybody for hanging out tonight.
That's a good
checking
question.
Out the top 10. What is the question? Have you and Jay recorded Joe this week? We did record this week. Yeah, we recorded Thursday. We had a guest whose name was Owen Ertling, is a sculptor. In fact, Mike, we were just talking about Mythic Legions and stuff. He was one of the sculptors who worked on a lot of the early Mythic Legions waves and weapons and stuff.
I thought that was 4 Horsemen. He's not a 4 Horsemen.
He's a freelance sculptor. And he worked with them for a while. And so this sword here, I asked him, I was like, "This is my favorite sword. Did you do this one?" And he said yes. So
wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him to sign one at some point.
You know the guy.
I know the guy who made that sword.
You know the guy.
So definitely check that out. That'll be up. I assume Jay's been doing premieres of the video versions on Mondays, and then
has he been doing 20-hour premieres or?
That's the way you do them. I don't know what everybody else is talking about. You gotta minimum 20 hours, or you just aren't doing it.
You gotta really plan your day around this.
That's right.
I do want to plug the Toy Geek Show because I have been a really bad friend and I haven't listened to one episode that you guys have recorded, but I have been enthralled with the videos you guys have been posting of them, and I love it, and I look forward to every episode now.
Awesome, thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, you want to be a guest? Not because of that.
Yes, 100%. I do.
We'll get you on.
Right.
You don't want to be on G.I. Joe. We'll get you on something better than that.
I like toys, but
it's fine. As a kid, what was your? As we're trying to get out of here, what was the collection you had the most of as a kid? Ninja Turtles, Star Trek,
probably. I did have a lot of those Playmates Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Excellent. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Have a great night. Mike, thank you very much for hanging out.
Of course.
Kate, thank you for hanging out. And,
have a good night.
We'll talk to you when we talk to you. Here I go again, trying to leave the studio instead of ending the stream.
I believe in you.